the surrounding breeze. Take care of the nature.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Art Check, the show where we highlight everything environmental. And today, I have something exciting for you. I know most of you back at home are familiar with the traditional way of making bricks. Well, today that might change because I'm here to introduce you to another way of making bricks using plastics. Yes, you heard me. So this is an exciting show. My name is NZAMBI and you're watching Art Check. NZAMBI Matee is an entrepreneur with an incredible goal to turn plastic destined for a landfill into sustainable, strong building material. Her company, Jijenge Makers, uses a plastic waste of commercial facilities to create bricks that can withstand twice the weight threshold of concrete.
Hi, my name is NZAMBI Matee. I'm founder of Jijenge Makers Limited. What Jijenge Makers does is we manufacture alternative building products. Currently what that means is we make pavers. So those are stones that you see in parking lots, in Nairobi CBD, those stones. Yes, that's what we make, and we make using plastic waste.
Jijenge Makers is based in Nairobi, Kenya, where plastic waste pollution has become a severe problem. A study supported by the National Environmental Management Authority found that more than 50% of cattle near urban areas in Kenya had plastics in their stomach. To combat this issue, the government outlawed the use of plastic bags in 2017 and imposed a ban on single-use plastic in protected natural areas last year. However, these bans only address the issue of consumer single-use plastic. Commercial waste is still a deep-seated problem within the country.
Always there's more that can always be done, but let's give credit where credit is due. We have a lot of solutions, just speaking here in Kenya, that really impact the innovation, that show, or rather they have this really innovative ability to solve the environmental problems in a local setup. Because one thing I've realized within the challenges within the environmental space, there's the global outlook and there's also the local outlook. Because you find the challenges, or rather how we are affected in one way, for example, with plastic waste, it might be slightly different with maybe another country or another region or another part of the world. And so here in Kenya, I can say yes, a lot has been done and a lot needs to be done. I think the level we need to go is a level where the normal mwananchi and also the government stakeholders can uptake these solutions. Because it's one thing bringing a solution, it's another thing making that solution practical in the society. So I think that is where we kind of get a disconnect as innovators. But I think with a lot of support, we can move far.
With a career in materials engineering, she was able to design a brick made of recycled plastic and sand, compressed and heated to create a strong and sustainable alternative to concrete. The fibrous structure of the plastic makes it not only more lightweight, but also less brittle than concrete.
I think the question is why not plastic? But how we started is, we started in 2017. We started by collecting plastic, sorting it and selling to recyclers. But then we realized we were collecting more than we were selling to recyclers. So that then instigated the next question of what more do we do with this plastic? So that's when in 2018 we started research and development to just test different things and different materials on what we can use, what we can do with that plastic. So in 2018 we came with the first brick, which was okay. It was not the best, but it proved the concept. And then we tested it, we gave to contractors, they tried until we got the exact measurement. And then in 2019 we thought, now that we know how to make one brick, how do we make 1,000? And that answered the question of machines, and 2020 was officially our first in market. So there are many types of plastics, but what we process is three. We process HDP, LDP and PP. To make that understandable, we make the cooking oil jars, we recycle that. We recycle chairs, party chairs. We recycle tents for greenhouses. We recycle all that. The ones which we don't recycle like the pipes, the toilet pipes, the breathing pipes, those ones we don't recycle. Yes.
So PET is not.
Unfortunately, no, because our style of recycling cannot handle PET, cannot be processed using that style. So just to elaborate on that, so there are many varieties of plastic, and what the plastic ban was in layman terms was one type of plastic, the polyethylene bags. That what entails is there's plastic in every sector. There's plastic in automobile sector, there's plastic in electronic sector, there's plastic in all sectors. The issue is there's different plastics, therefore there's different ways of recycling. This is not just the only way, but as far as the material we are processing, the three of them, this is one way. To answer that question, right now our biggest problem is not demand, it's supply. So the demand has been really good, but it was not so always, because as you said, the construction sector it's a very rigid sector. So people always want to know the tried and tested formula. It has been working, there's no need of changing. So how we overcame that is every day and day, more Kenyans are being more cautious in terms of what they are doing, how they are eating, how they are consuming. And so we were able to tap into that market where people the early adopters were people who wanted to just figure out what can we do more with that plastic waste, what can we do more within our building space to make it sustainable. And those were the beginning, that was like our early adopters. Yes. So I think if I bring you the brick will speak for itself. We don't have to do much explanation, because just to start with the three basic advantages. The Jijenge pavers are stronger, they're lighter, and they're cheaper. Stronger, they carry 3 to 7 times, depending on the size, the weight of concrete in terms of the compression strength. They're lighter, they're almost half the weight. So therefore, in installation, it's a bit faster. And then it's cheaper, because the big concrete pavers, the thick one, the 80 mm, in terms of strength, our 40 mm carries the same. So you don't need this big one. So you can always just use this one because it carries the same weight. So because it's stronger, it's cheaper, and it's lighter. So every single day we are achieving a portion of it. I think this is with the sustainable, or rather our approach to the SDGs is not the end goal, but rather the process. Because for us, every single day we are able to remove plastic from the environment and into an actual building block, which is used to make a paving block or a road, where people, maybe schools, like for example in schools, children can use it. For us, that's a win. And with that said and done, our goal is every day we are able to increase that target, we are able to increase that impact. Up to now, we have been able to create employment job opportunities for about 112 youths. That's including the plastic collection and processing space. That's as far as the providing decent employment is concerned. And for us as a team, is you're able to provide an alternative and sustainable product at an affordable price. So I think it's a win-win for us. So our goal is to be a leader in alternative building products. And that varies from material to material. It's not just one specific material. We decided to start with plastic because this is a challenge that has moved beyond us as a people. We are starting to be almost overwhelmed with this challenge, and so this was an easy entry to the market. We want to see how we can use the same school of thought to diversify to as many product materials as we can to impact. Our goal is to impact the housing space, because we want to be a key player in the affordable housing space, and so this is just one of the beginnings. Okay, so in our direct production space, in terms of who we do the production and installation, we are 10. That's 5 full-time and 5 part-time. All of us are youths from the ages of 21 to 30. In terms of the larger scope of work, in terms of the collection, the processing, and all that stuff, in total we are about 112. I think I will address first of all, I'll start with the youth. being one of them. I think just if you have a solution, if you have an idea, or if you have a burning like feel that you can tackle a certain challenge, the first thing is just start, because usually starting is where you have that fear of the unknown. The other thing is persistence and resilience. For example, for us, we launched our product officially in 2020 in the market at the height of COVID, and so we had all odds working against us. So we knew we couldn't go any lower than that because all odds were against us. But how we were able to overcome that is a lot of resilience and a lot of agility as far as changing towards the changing times. Because right now, I can promise you, if any business has not changed an aspect in their business model, they are bound to fail. And for us, we were fortunate enough to start within that mindset. The other thing I'd like to really give a shout out to my team, because I will not stand here and say all this is because of me. That would be a lie. I have a very able and capable team. As I said, you're still young, so we don't have everything figured out. So every single day is a learning process for us. And I think based on what we have achieved, I think this is just the beginning. So watch out for this space.
All right, so the making of these bricks requires a process. It starts from A to B. Remember, these are made using plastics, and therefore there's a process to the final product. This and much more after the break.